To Blender Sushi Livenoding. In this episode, I want to share with you creation of this noodle typeface. So you might have seen something similar. It's actually I've been using something called like a fiber mesh add-on. This one actually is kind of similar, but it works a little bit faster, and you can always kind of tweak the fiber. And this is actually I'm using Blender 2.79. That's because in this version we have this script node that's not available anymore here, or it's not yet updated for Blender 2.8. So back to Blender 2.79, we have script node and we have this Btrace KD3. This is like Btrace algorithm that's allow you to create this noodle typeface. So what do we have here? So basically I started with a text object, and this thing is still alive. If I change it to blend and then update it, underneath it's gonna do the processing, and this should update into the new text. So underneath, what's happening is that we still have the real text object, and then this one has been remeshed, so it's cleaner. And then after that, there's this delta that's converting the text into mesh. Thanks to this little setup, it simply grab the text using object ID out, and we get this delta. And then on top of that, we also have gamma. This is the final result, which is a curve object with all this noodle type looking geometry. Okay, so this guy actually this delta have particles simulations, a little bit of particle simulations that simply scatter 2500 points inside of the text. So I actually use particles. The particle is not doing any dynamic simulations, it's randomly distributed. So I can actually do a bit of tweak here, like make some changes. It's gonna update. It's gonna give different result depending on the setup here. I'll turn off everything basically. No dynamic whatsoever. From this 2500 points of particles that's being emitted on frame 1. Then here in SphereChalk, it's grabbing the particle positions, and then there's this things called UV connections to make the edge. But I'm doing this polygon boom and mesh join twice, and in between I have Btrace KD3 just in case. This is just to simplify the geometry. You don't need to actually doing this twice, but just in case. And also there's remove double. It's actually for you to be able to change the resolutions of this noodle typeface. And it's actually kind of nice and interactive as well. So if we increase this to 4000 and then reset everything, it's gonna update, and we have new result. If I'm not wrong, this you can actually play around with this seed, and if they are like the same number of vertices, you can kind of animate the curve. Curve actually have shape keys, and if I'm not wrong, so that's gamma.001. If I randomize the seed, another gamma, select this, right click, select this, shift right click, join as shape key. Oops, actually spacebar, join as shape key. Oh, we don't have that in Blender 2.79. I'll just gonna save this. I think 7.8 actually have it. Desktop, this guy, object, gamma 1 and 2. Okay, we have our noodle typeface. Ah, we don't have it. Interesting. So we have the basis. You can go to edit mode and scramble it. This is actually, yeah, I think something that is interesting. So we don't have shape keys in here, so that means we kind of need to have animation nodes or spread chalk to disturb this. So yeah, I'll try to do that actually. Maybe not in here, unless we can create shape keys here and then randomize the seed. Yeah, actually it's kind of interesting. Oh well, anyway, so this is pretty much the setup. I'm gonna give you this. Don't use this using Blender 2.81 yet. Use Blender 2.79. Try to recreate this for Blender 2.80 if you like. But it works the best using Blender 2.79. And Spreadchalk actually have a lot of new nodes for Blender 2.79 that has not been updated for Blender 2.80 yet. So 2.79 is still alive, and yeah, why not using it? All right, thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.